We're continuing our series on rebuilding muscle and strength for older adults. And today's video is an important one, because I'm going to show you how 3 simple fruits can help you fight back against something most seniors don't even realize is quietly affecting them. Let me ask you something, honestly. Have you noticed that your legs don't quite respond the way they used to? Stairs feel steeper than before. Grocery bags seem heavier than they should. And standing up from a chair takes more effort, sometimes more than you expect. If that sounds familiar, listen closely. This isn't just aging. This could be sarcopenia, a silent loss of muscle that often begins after 60, slowly stealing strength, balance, and independence without warning. And here's the hard truth. Sarcopenia isn't just about feeling a little weaker. It's one of the biggest reasons so many seniors fall. Why hip fractures happen. Why getting up from the floor suddenly feels impossible without help. It's why climbing stairs can feel frightening. Why your legs begin to shake halfway up. And why many people quietly stop going out, not because they want to, but because walking feels exhausting, unstable, and unsafe with every step. That I've seen this happen far too many times. Strong, capable adults in their 60s and 70s slowly lose the ability to do the things they love, not because of disease, but because their muscles quietly fade away. But here's the good news. This decline is not final. There is a natural way to fight back. And it starts with something so simple, you may already have it in your kitchen: fruit. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Fruit? That's for snacks, not for building muscle. But certain fruits contain powerful natural compounds that help protect muscle, repair damaged tissue, and even support muscle rebuilding, especially as we get older. And today, I'm going to show you 3 often overlooked fruits that can do exactly that. These aren't supplements. They aren't powders. They're whole, delicious, natural foods, exactly what your body has been craving. And if this is your first time here, welcome. This is Vital Health. Here, the focus is on helping you live stronger and longer, without gimmicks, without confusion, and without overwhelm. If that sounds helpful to you, consider subscribing so you don't miss the rest of this muscle rebuilding journey. Now let's begin with the first fruit, one that's not only rich in vitamin C, but also contains a unique natural enzyme that helps your body use protein more effectively for muscle strength. Let's talk about the power of the golden kiwi. Golden kiwis rarely get attention when we talk about muscle recovery or aging well. But for older adults, this small fruit is a quiet hero, especially if you're trying to eat healthy, stay active, and still feel weaker or more tired than you expect. Here's why. Let's start with something simple, yet incredibly important: vitamin C. One golden kiwi contains about 161 milligrams of vitamin C, nearly 180% of the recommended daily amount for adults over 50. Vitamin C isn't just for immunity. It's a key building block for collagen, the protein that keeps your muscles, tendons, and joints flexible and resilient. Without enough collagen, muscles lose their spring, joints stiffen, and recovery slows down far more than it should. But what truly makes the golden kiwi special is something many people have never even heard of. Actinidin. This natural enzyme, found almost exclusively in kiwi, helps your body break down and absorb protein more efficiently. And for older adults, that matters more than most people realize. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at using the protein we eat, a well-documented process known as anabolic resistance. Research published in the Journal of Nutrition shows that seniors may need 30 to 50% more protein just to get the same muscle-building response that younger adults get from much smaller amounts. But even when you eat more protein, it doesn't always help, because if your body can't digest and absorb it properly, much of it goes to waste. This is where golden kiwi quietly steps in. Actinidin works like a gentle assistant in your digestive system, helping you extract more value from the foods you're already eating: chicken, fish, beans, so your muscles actually receive the amino acids they need to repair and rebuild. One small study published in Plant Foods for Human Nutrition found that adding kiwi to a protein-rich meal improved protein digestion by up to 30%. That's a meaningful difference, especially if you've been doing the right things, but still haven't seen results. Let me give you a simple example. A woman in her mid-70s was recovering from knee surgery. She ate plenty of protein and stayed consistent with movement, but her strength gains were slow. When she added one golden kiwi to her morning routine, she noticed less bloating, steadier energy, and within weeks, better balance and faster recovery progress. Was it only the kiwi? Probably not. But it helped everything she was already doing work better. That's the real power of smart nutrition, not more effort, just better support. And here's another advantage. Golden kiwis are gentle on the stomach, relatively low in sugar, and easy to digest, which makes them a good choice for people with sensitive digestion. For many seniors, that's just as important as the nutrients themselves. To get the most benefit, try eating one golden kiwi on an empty stomach in the morning. Some people pair it with a few walnuts or a drizzle of raw honey for added healthy fats and anti-inflammatory support. But even on its own, one golden kiwi a day can help set your muscles up for better strength and recovery. So next time you're at the store, don't walk past the golden kiwis. They may be small, but they carry a powerful secret that helps every healthy bite you take go further. Loquats may look like just another backyard fruit, but beneath their golden orange skin lies something surprisingly powerful for aging muscles. If you've never paid much attention to loquats before, that's completely understandable. Most people walk right past a loquat tree without realizing that what's hanging there could quietly help slow, and even reverse, muscle loss that's been building for years. What makes loquat special is a natural plant compound called ursolic acid. This compound has been studied for its ability to protect muscle mass and strength as we age. In fact, research referenced by the American Heart Association found that older adults who consumed around 200 grams of loquats per day, roughly 4 to 6 fruits, showed measurable improvements in muscle preservation. Some participants experienced up to a 30% reduction in their risk of sarcopenia. That's not hype. That's science. Ursolic acid works by stimulating muscle protein synthesis, gently encouraging your body to keep repairing and rebuilding muscle tissue, even at a time when that process naturally slows down. For older adults who may be moving less, recovering from illness, or healing after surgery, that gentle support can mean the difference between ongoing decline and gradual recovery. But the benefits of loquats don't stop there. They're also rich in carotenoids, powerful antioxidants that support eye and skin health while protecting muscle cells from oxidative stress, a slow, invisible form of damage that accumulates with age. By reducing this stress, loquats can help you feel less stiff, more energized, and more mobile in everyday life. Loquats are also a natural source of potassium, which plays a critical role in muscle contraction, nerve signaling, and fluid balance. Low potassium levels are often behind nighttime leg cramps or that sudden wave of fatigue after a short walk. Loquats help restore that balance gently and naturally. Another overlooked benefit is soluble fiber. Loquats contain a good amount of it, and this type of fiber feeds beneficial gut bacteria. That means better digestion, reduced inflammation, and more efficient nutrient absorption. And when your gut works better, your entire body performs better, including your muscles. One older man recovering from pneumonia had lost strength, weight, and confidence. Eating was difficult, and movement felt exhausting. After adding a few peeled loquats to his daily routine, just a few, soft and easy to chew, his appetite improved. Within a month, his energy returned, and he began walking short distances again without support. A small change, but a meaningful difference. Loquats are easy to enjoy. Simply peel the skin, remove the seeds, and eat them fresh. Or for something warm and comforting, try making a simple homemade compote by gently simmering chopped loquats with a splash of lemon juice and a pinch of cinnamon. No added sugar is needed. Loquats are naturally sweet, and your muscles don't benefit from the inflammation that excess sugar brings. What makes loquats truly special is how unassuming they are. They're not flashy. They don't come in shiny packaging. They don't make loud promises. They simply work, quietly supporting your strength from the inside out. So next time you're at a farmer's market, or you notice a neighbor's tree heavy with golden fruit, don't walk past. Ask if you can try one. You might just be tasting the beginning of your strength comeback. They may look like just another summer berry, but wild blackberries are one of nature's most powerful defenders, especially for older adults aiming to stay strong, steady, and sharp. Losing strength can be frustrating. But what's even more concerning is when your steps feel unsteady, or your thoughts feel slower. That's not just aging. Often, it's inflammation and muscle breakdown quietly working together, draining both your body and your mind. This is where wild blackberries come in. These dark berries are rich in anthocyanins, the pigments that give them their deep purple color. But anthocyanins aren't just beautiful, they're potent anti-inflammatories, especially for muscles and joints as we age. Low-grade inflammation becomes constant background noise over time. You may not feel it directly, but it silently weakens muscles, strains joints, and steals energy. Wild blackberries help calm that fire, giving your muscles a chance to rebuild. They're also packed with vitamin C, which supports collagen production, keeping your connective tissues flexible and resilient. And like golden kiwis and loquats, wild blackberries bring something unique to the table: manganese. Manganese is a trace mineral that supports muscle recovery, bone strength, and energy metabolism. More importantly, it protects the brain from oxidative stress, the kind of damage that can slow reflexes and memory. That's what makes wild blackberries special. They support your body and your brain. Research published in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry found that older adults who consumed wild berries regularly experienced improvements in balance, memory, and coordination. This means fewer falls, more confidence, and a better quality of life. And the good news? You don't need much. Just a small handful a day, about 100 grams, can deliver benefits over time. I once worked with a patient in her late 60s who had recently fallen. Afterward, she became nervous about walking even inside her home. We focused on simple steps to restore strength and confidence. One of them was adding wild blackberries to her breakfast. Within weeks, she reported feeling mentally clearer and more stable on her feet. Nothing magical, just consistency and a gentle nudge from real food. Wild blackberries are low in sugar, high in fiber, and support digestion and blood sugar control. You can stir them into yogurt, oatmeal, or blend them into a smoothie with a splash of flaxseed oil. Some people freeze them and drop a few into sparkling water for a refreshing, hydrating treat. If you're lucky, you might even find them growing wild nearby. There's something deeply satisfying about eating straight from nature, no packaging, no labels, just pure nutrition. Even if you can't find them fresh, frozen wild blackberries are just as effective. Just make sure they're unsweetened and minimally processed. So next time you're at the store or market, grab a bag of wild blackberries, not just for the taste, but because they can quietly help protect your strength, balance, and memory. They may be small, but they're mighty, and your body will thank you for every bite. Now that you've learned about these three powerful fruits, golden kiwis, loquats, and wild blackberries, you might be wondering, how do I actually start? The answer is simpler than you think. You don't need a complicated diet plan or a kitchen full of supplements. What you need is consistency, and that begins with one small habit at a time. Let's break it down into a simple daily rhythm, something easy to follow and flexible to your lifestyle. Morning. Start your day with one golden kiwi on an empty stomach before breakfast. It's gentle on digestion and gives your body a jump start on vitamin C and the amazing enzyme actinidin, which helps your body absorb protein more effectively throughout the day. If you like, pair it with a few walnuts and a drizzle of raw honey for added anti-inflammatory and energy support. Mid-morning or afternoon. A handful of wild blackberries, fresh or frozen. Stir them into yogurt, oatmeal, or blend into a smoothie. They'll give your muscles a boost of antioxidants, vitamin C, and manganese, while also supporting brain function, digestion, and balance. Evening or after lunch. 4 to 6 fresh loquats, around 200 grams. Enjoy them on their own or as a small compote. Their ursolic acid helps stimulate muscle repair, while potassium and fiber support hydration, energy, and gut health. You don't need to do this every single day, but aim for 3 to 4 times a week. Over time, the benefits will build. And here's the truth, it doesn't have to be perfect. Some days you might miss a fruit. Some weeks you may only find 1 or 2 at the store. You can even rotate the fruits based on availability. On busy mornings, keep frozen wild blackberries on hand. When loquats are out of season, lean more on golden kiwis. Think of this not as a strict prescription, but as a daily rhythm of nourishment, a way to honor your body, support your strength, and give yourself the best chance at staying active and independent. If it helps, write it down on a sticky note. 1 kiwi. 1 handful of berries. A few loquats. That's it. That's your plan. 3 simple steps. 1 stronger you. Muscle loss doesn't happen overnight. It's quiet, subtle. You might not notice it at first, a walk around the block feels longer than before, or standing up from a chair takes just a second more effort. But over time, those small losses add up. And many people think, well, I'm just getting old. But that's not the full truth. No matter your age, your body is still listening, still responding, still capable of healing and rebuilding if you give it the right tools. And that's exactly what these fruits represent. They're not just food, they're a quiet form of resistance. Golden kiwis help your body absorb every bit of protein you work hard to eat. Loquats gently encourage your muscles to grow again, 1 cell at a time. Wild blackberries protect your strength and your memory, so you can keep doing what you love without fear. This isn't about turning back the clock. It's about reclaiming what matters, your balance, your energy, your freedom to move without pain or hesitation. And you don't need to overhaul your life to do it. Just 1 fruit, 1 habit, 1 step at a time. If you've made it all the way to the end of this video, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. That tells me something important, you care. You're showing up for your health. And that's the most powerful decision you can make at any age. If this video gave you something helpful, a new idea, a bit of hope, or even a moment of clarity, please like it. Share it with someone you care about. Comment below if you have questions or want to share your journey. We read every comment. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future videos from Vital Health. We're in this together. Stay strong, stay curious, and never stop believing in your comeback.